season. A new era of women's hockey is upon us.
And what a moment last night as PWHL Minnesota hoisted the inaugural Walter Cup for the very first time. Lee Stecklein, the defenseman for Minnesota, and fresh off the plane from Boston where you guys won it all. For anyone out there who's just joining us right now, this is the inaugural season of the Professional Women's Hockey League, and it ended in a championship for you guys. How do you explain the last week and a half or so of this crazy best-of-5 series that ended up taking all 5 games?
Yeah, it's been an incredible, week and a half, been a great month, finishing off the regular season after a World's break, trying to make playoffs, getting into playoffs and playing, it's our first time playing a series like this. So it was new and quite the trip, but to come out on top is exactly what we'd hoped for.
Yeah, Lee, congrats. I have to ask, though, I have so many questions about the final game last night, but take me through the scenario that happened in Game 4. How do you guys pull yourself off the mat after that?
Yeah, to think you won it all and find out that the goal is called off, definitely disappointing. It's a big high and it drops to a pretty big low, especially when they score so quickly after. But luckily we knew we had Game 5 and we just had to kind of focus on that. And I thought our group did a great job. Taking what we needed from that game and knowing, again, we had that other chance and we had to just give it everything we had. I think it was one of our best games of the season, and that's exactly what you hope for.
Yeah, you said to take yourself off the mat. Let's go back even further. To end the regular season, you guys lost your last 5, correct, going into the playoffs. You lost the first 2 games of the first round against Toronto. What happened? What was the turning point where you guys sort of said, hey, enough's enough, let's go win this thing? That's wild.
Yeah, we had such a great season. Luckily, we were able to clinch just with the work we had done early on. So to lose 5 and then lose those first 2, definitely tough. And I just think the way Maddie Rooney played really for us in Game 2 in Toronto, it gave everyone hope we needed. And even though we didn't win that game, we knew we could do it. And everyone just got together, realized we didn't want it to end like this. We wanted to, even if we lost that next game, we wanted to play our best hockey, and we were able to turn it around, which was great.
Lee, you are a decorated athlete. In case somehow anyone out there has been living under a rock and doesn't know your name, you're an Olympic gold medalist, Olympic silver medalist. You've won World Championship gold. Where does winning this, the inaugural Walter Cup, how do you stack that up? Where does this stack up in your decorated career?
Oh, it's so hard to compare any championship. Every team is so special, and hoisting any trophy or winning any medal is just, it's everything you're focused on for that season. But it is really special knowing that this league, we've been working towards this league for so long. And so to have it and be the first to have hoisted that cup is special. It's a new legacy we hope continues to grow and grow. And so to have any small part of that, I think is something I'll get to look back on in years and be really proud of.
We just saw some great video there of your guys' captain, Kendall Coyne-Schofield, who spent a short time as an analyst here with us at NHL Network as well. She's got her son Drew on the ice. She was really, with you and a lot of the other women, really one of the pioneers to create this league, along with the help from Billie Jean King. What can you say about her and just her leadership, helping get this league off the ground, and then certainly being the first one to touch the Walter Cup?
Yeah, no, I'm so happy you asked about Kendall Coyne, because I'd like to talk about her in any interview I can. We aren't here as a league today without her. She is just as committed and focused at creating this league off the ice as you see her as a player on the ice. And she just kept pushing and keeping us together when we needed to be together and making sure we had a clear vision. And so to see her hoist that trophy and that cup with her son right there, it brought tears to everybody's eyes, because there is nobody more deserving.
Lee, I got two questions for you. Sorry, Schneid.
Hey, it's all right. Take them.
Schneid said before that you guys your season didn't end the way you wanted it to. And if I recall, we had this mysterious thing. I thought about this in all sports for a long time. Hey, you want to throw a wrinkle in it? Let's let the teams pick who they're going to play. You guys were picked by Toronto. So now, bulletin board material aside, that provided some motivation for you guys. No? That's first part. Second part, who was your guys' Nikita Kucherov in your celebration last night? Who was just a mess?
Well, yeah, Toronto picking us. I mean, I don't think we were surprised. We were the 4th seed. They were the 1st seed. It made sense on that level. And again, we didn't end our season very well. But it does light a bit of a fire when you're looking for that extra motivation to say, let's make them regret it if we can. As far as the celebration, I mean, everyone had a great time. To just have that cup with us and then get to be with friends and family was awesome. I don't think anyone was too bad. Definitely a long flight home this morning, probably for a few.
That's you, right? I watched the video. There's a reel out there that you were the one that brought it into the room, right?
I did, yeah. Kendall and I were at the press conference, and Kelly Panic came and got us, ended that conference as soon as she could, and told us we were needed.
That's it.
So I got to walk in, and that hat, I have that hat here. It's absolutely, I can smell the champagne on my hat.
That's an incredible look. That's an incredible looking trophy, too.
Yeah,
I like
it.
about that.
Video,
yeah.
I love it.
How heavy is that sucker? Is it pretty heavy, or is it not too bad?
It was heavy, definitely heavier than I was expecting.
Yeah, it looks hardy.
Yeah.
Do you guys
it's very cool.
Do you guys get to keep it for a day yet? Or you guys know? Everyone gets a day with it?
We don't know anything about that yet.
All right.
It's on its way here now, I think, for the celebration tomorrow.
Hey, you guys are setting the standard
That's what I was gonna say.
all. Hey, fight for. We need. Screw the 1 day. We need 3 days. Each player 3 days with it. You're setting the standard for the women for the coming years.
Years to come. Yeah, Rupert knows.
Yeah.
He won the Stanley Cup his rookie year, and you're right. 1 day is not enough.
No,
you
man,
guys
it's
should
like
set
that.
A new standard. 3 days for everyone.
I will let them know.
Yeah.
Noted. That's awesome. When you look back on this whirlwind of a year, really, right? Let's go back a year ago, and we still didn't even know that this was even going to exist, right? I think it was announced late June. It comes into fruition. You guys kind of merge all the leagues into one true best-on-best league. The league has 6 months to put this thing together, and we know they're still, weren't team names, weren't logos, but they said they didn't care. They just wanted to get the product on the ice, let you guys do what you do best. And here we were, 24-game sprint of a season, and now you're champions. Like, how do you sum up the last 12 months?
It definitely is a whirlwind. A long process. We knew something was coming, and we hoped it would be, everything it was. But the way that they were able to pull everything together and get us on the ice by January is incredible. And then, like I said, it is everything we had hoped it would be, everything you'd want in a league. So you're able to just be at the rink, be an athlete, be a pro hockey player, and get to train with your team every day, play a bunch of amazing games. I mean, the league, all 6 teams were incredible. Just game after game was high quality and intense. So it's been crazy. Like I said, this playoff run in particular has been wild. I feel like we haven't had a moment to really let it sink in, but to be the first, just Team Minnesota is special, and to be the first champions just makes it even better.
Yeah, and I know you're a Minnesota girl too. I am as well, and I was joking on our group chat last night, like, well, we just needed a women's hockey team. That's the only way Minnesota's finally going to get a championship. We've been waiting, so thanks for bringing it to the state of hockey, because it's it's been some lean years for our other professionals.
Being a Boston guy, you've been very nice to me today about that. So I appreciate you going easy.
Right.
Minnesota nice.
Yeah,
you guys are
had
super
a
nice.
few
So
championships in the past 20 years or so. Anyway, real quick before we let you go, I kind of just want to get your thoughts on what's next. I know you're signed for a couple more years, but most women in this league are on year-to-year contracts. So the draft's coming up. There's going to be a whole fresh load of talent coming that way. What changes do you expect, or what are you looking forward to most about the second season?
Yeah, the first season was incredible. I think the second will be even better. Like you said, the draft is coming up, and there are so many amazing players coming out of college, players coming out of retirement, and and Amanda Kessel, Claire Thompson, and so I think the talent will just keep improving, and the hockey will hopefully keep getting better and better. So we'll see. It's going to be, I think, a bit of a crazy time. Like you said, a lot of one-year contracts. So seeing who gets to stay, who's looking to maybe try a different team. So I have no idea what that looks like right now. Luckily, we just get to have some fun as our team from this last year and really celebrate.
Hey, Leah, just if you can educate me real quick, because we know this has been a crazy whirlwind since June. Exciting year. But when you talk about the draft, new players coming in, I mean, now we're going to start seeing the cycle of players. Is there been any talk of a farm system for these teams? Like, I know that might be a little bit down the road, but eventually you're going to have, with the growth of women's hockey, you're going to have more players than there are necessarily jobs. Is there going to be, a feeder system into these teams?
Yeah, I think the league is definitely thinking about that. It's something I know our Players Association is definitely thinking about. We want more women to continue to get to play hockey, and we have to figure out exactly what that looks like. Right now we have a reserve pool, and so that's so far all we have, but it's important, I think, for people to, even if they're not making, it's only 6 teams. If they're not making one of those 6 teams, we'd love for people to be able to keep training and playing and hope for that roster spot next year.
Yeah, and I know there is talk of expansion eventually, not next year, but in the future. I got to call a game actually in Detroit when they were bringing it to that market. Pittsburgh is also kind of rumblings around wanting a PWHL team, and who wouldn't want one with the success you guys have seen in year 1? It's been really fun to watch all of your success. I know that, all of this is to be decided still, but in terms of names, I think everyone wants to know, what do you want to be called? Like, what would your vote be? Maybe like 2 or 3 names that Minnesota could be if they're going to go with a name next year. Like,
I am not the most creative person, so I don't have any that come right off the top of my head. I know people have thrown out Purple Rain quite a bit. That's one of Taylor Heisey's favorite options, but I think we're excited to have a team name. I know the fans have been asking for a team name, and so I think we're looking forward to hopefully that coming out in this summer, I think.
Cool, awesome.
Hey, Schneid's, we were just talking about he loves Prince. That's what I said to him. So that's perfect.
I think of his sweet name, actually.
That would be a sweet name. That actually is a really good name.
Cool.
We won't make you sing it this time. Maybe next time we
I'll
have
work
you.
on my vocals for next time.
Thanks so much, Lee. Enjoy the celebration tomorrow, and congratulations on an incredible season.
Thank you so much for having me.
Congratulations.